Recently, the issue of religious liberty kind of came up somewhat abruptly. It wasn't something that anyone was really expecting to come up, but during a confirmation hearing for Amy Barrett, she's a Notre Dame law professor that's going to serve on the Seventh Court of Appeals. During that confirmation hearing, Senator Dianne Feinstein said, "When you read your speeches, the conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you. And that's of concern when you come to big issues that large numbers of people have fought for years in this country." And Senator Dick Durbin asked if she was an Orthodox Catholic. It almost became like a litmus test. Like if you're too Catholic, you might not qualify for the court. The USCCB, U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, had a very strongly worded response to that. Archbishop William Lori said in part, "Such questions are not just contrary to our Constitution and our best national traditions, which protect the free exercise of one's faith and reject religious tests for public office. They are offensive to basic human rights." What was your reaction when you heard that?
Well, I think like so many Catholics and non-Catholics, like where did this come from and how out of line? Yes. I mean, it was alarming. It was shocking. And I think Archbishop Lori said very clearly, that this harkens back to days where, the price they had to pay for, professing a faith or whatever was just so severe. And, so it was, I have to say the good news was that colleagues of the senator and people of all faiths said, this was wrong, this sort of questioning. But let's not be naive. Let's be vigilant. Don't be surprised in this day and age if your faith is going to be called into question and you'll be asked, you're going to dare to bring your faith into the public arena, and we're going to say yes, and it's going to live loudly in the public arena because that's what it means to follow Christ. And I'm so grateful for so many courageous witnesses willing to do so. But this attack this concern about protecting our religious freedom, it's for real, and this is an example of it.
It's easy to, we've gone through such a long period of time, at least in modern American history, where it hasn't been under like direct attack. We've seen instances where there's been definite issues, the HHS mandate being an example of that, but we shouldn't be too comfortable.
That's right.
with the way things have been, because it doesn't have to stay that way.
Like this came out of the blue.
Exactly.
This sort of questioning. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, recently also Steve Bannon, a former White House advisor, said on CBS's 60 Minutes, because the church is unable to really come to grips with the problems in the church, they need illegal aliens. They need illegal aliens to fill the churches. It was not only confusing and backwards, but it was not clear as to exactly what the church would have some great benefit from, as if there's some like underhanded intent here to welcome immigrants and non-immigrants alike. It was unclear what he was saying the advantage was, but it was clear it was somewhat bigoted.
Right, and he was specifically mentioned the Catholic Church.
But that was the only reference to that. Yeah.
And extremely, profoundly disrespectful, not only to the church, but to the people that we are trying our best to serve, which we have done forever as a church. And those comments were very, very disturbing, disrespectful, unacceptable, and I think a great injustice to the people who are the recipients of our Catholic Church, reaching out to them in love, trying to embrace them, trying to support them as they make their faith journey here in this nation. And we celebrate, and we mention all the time, the great gift that our immigrants are to the church, to the nation, their love for the Lord, their family values, they're a gift to us, and we are privileged and pleased to serve them, and we do so for the right reasons, because we're one family, God's family. We're brothers and sisters in Christ. The gospel calls us to do so. So to be any other motive to be attached to that is completely unacceptable.
Yeah, it's because we welcome, most illegal immigrants, people who were not able to come here legally, they didn't come by random decision. They came here because they're fleeing violence, they're fleeing oppression. Some of them oftentimes are qualifying as refugee status. Right. So we welcome them to serve them, to help them.
Right.
It didn't make sense, which a lot of people kind of pointed that out, a lot of columnists especially, but what a gift they are to the church.
Yeah,
What a
Right.
gift they've been to the church for years,
Yeah.
many years now. As you know, Central and South America have kind of been in constant turmoil.
Yeah.
What a blessing they've been, and how happy
Right.
the church is to serve them.
Yeah, but definitely irrational.
Yeah.
And actually mean-spirited too.
Very much, very much.